edition of the Great Baking Bish. I'm Gwen, and... Julie? Julie? Well, this is embarrassing. My co-host, Julie, appears to be missing. Well... I'm sure she'll be here. Let us check in the meanwhile with one of our very dear friends here at the Great Baking Bish. Of course, she is the most coordinated, lovely, meticulous baker we all know and love. Let us check in with our dear friend, Lauren.
I don't normally say I'm excited, but I'm very excited about this because I'm using a different kind of crust recipe than a quiche recipe normally calls for. Normally, the recipes I find have a lot of butter in the crust, and it's just like I feel like I can taste it, and I feel like it makes me all like, oh. And I was reading more and more quiche recipes, and a lot of them that didn't do homemade crust recipes were saying like, okay, take your pizza dough and put it in your quiche glass. And I thought, oh, pizza dough, I can make my own pizza dough crust. I don't need to buy it, I can make it, and I'll have much, much, much less butter than a normal crust would. So there's three parts for a quiche. There's the crust, the custard, and then the filling. So for our crust, we are going to need flour. This is a mixture of white and whole wheat flour, milk, salt, baking powder, and some butter. For our custard, we will need heavy cream, 5 eggs, and then some spices. I have pepper, garlic, and nutmeg. And then for our filling, we're going to have spinach, mushroom, and brie. So we're going to prepare our dough first. We're combining our dry ingredients. And like I always do, I just mix it up in a mason jar.
Of course you do. You're perfect. You're perfect. She's perfect. Is she not perfect?
Looks pretty good. And we are going to put it in a food processor. Because it's just easier. So we're going to add in the butter and the milk.
Oh, I see. Understandable. Lauren, how dare you? This quiche sounds delicious. Nom, nom, nom.
So we have our dough. We are just going to roll it out now.
Yes.
I already feel a lot better about it. Some people really like buttery dough. For me, it really bothers. Like when I eat, it bothers me when I eat it. I feel like I can feel it. I don't feel great after it. So I'm much happier making a dough that doesn't have a ton of butter in it. Just a reasonable amount. Okay, we have our crust. It is in our pie glass. We're just gonna put this in the fridge now. So now that the crust is in the fridge, we're going to start doing our filling. So I've washed and cut our mushrooms. I'm gonna cook them on the stove top for a bit. And as I do that, I'm also going to mop up the water, which seems weird, but your quiche can turn out really weird if there's a lot of water in it. So that's why when we cook it, we're going to be also like occasionally taking a paper towel and mopping up water. And we'll do the same when we add spinach too. Okay, our mushroom and spinach mixture is done. Like I said, I literally took a paper towel and I mopped up the excess moisture. Because like I said, if it's too moist, it'll make it just really weird. And be all damp and gross. And even now, there is a little bit of excess moisture in here, but not too much. It's okay. So we're now adding in our cheese. I'm just cutting it into small pieces and getting it on top. Once we make our custard and pour that in, I will be putting even more cheese on top of it. Okay, so we're almost ready for this to go in the oven. So I'm just preheating my oven now at 350 degrees while I make my custard. I already have my cup and a half of heavy cream. We're gonna now add in our 5 eggs, and then we're gonna add in some spices as we deem necessary.
A quiche, nothing better than a quiche. I always say, I say it repeatedly. Ask anyone.
A lot of garlic because I really like garlic. Ugh,
I mean, who
some
does?
fresh garlic, but it's not a step I want to take today. And I'm adding a tiny bit of nutmeg and a lot of pepper.
Nutmeg is an underrated spice. It is the
Okay,
king
so we're
of
going
the
to add our custard now, and then we will add even more cheese.
Well, more cheese the better, I always say.
Okay, so the quiche is ready to go. It looks truly beautiful. I'm very excited.
It does. Now, Lauren, you and I must have different opinions on what's a reasonable amount of
Go
butter.
in there for a big chunk of time. I put in quiches for 40 minutes before, and I put them in for 20 minutes before. We'll see. All right,
We will.
quiche is done. It did take about 40 minutes. However, look at how beautiful it is.
Get
I'm so
out.
happy and excited about this. It looks gorgeous from every angle. Every part of it. Every part of it. It smells gorgeous. I normally would take a bite right now, but I want to eat it for dinner, and it's not dinner time.
If you don't bite that, Lauren,
Now I'm just going to stare at
I
it
might pass away.
and think about
I'm
how
not getting
wonderful
to eat it vicariously.
it is. So it is the next day. We had quiche last night for dinner, but I'm having a piece now too. I already know I really, really like it, but just the same.
Oh,
It's just really, really super good. I really like spinach and mushroom. I also like how the brie didn't totally melt, so there's like chunks of brie sometimes. Overall, total success. I think a big portion of it is also the pie crust. So that's how I'm making quiche pie crust from now on. Hooray! Bye everyone.
Lauren, a triumph. A triumph. And I rarely say that about things that have less butter in them than they could have. I'm a person who, honestly, all parts of that would be substituted for butter. It would just be butter in dish. But honestly, what you made looks fantastic. So much better. And thank you so much for tasting it, because if you didn't, I don't know what I would have done. My eyes to vicarious taste buds, I would have just exploded into a mess of unresolved hope. Truly, a mess of unresolved hope. I'm still not seeing my friend Julie. This is really starting to concern me. Chet, if you have ideas of where Julie may have gone, please post them there. I'll look anywhere. It's really concerning. I'm very confused and upset. Truly upsetting. I don't know, Meerkat. Where is she? Where could she be? So we're going to play a little game called Where in the World is Julie? And hopefully the chat will be able to help me find her. In the meanwhile, I am so excited because it is April, friends. And April is a beautiful time, both because the weather is finally getting a little better, just a little. I did not promise you lots better. Wait for that. Patience, friends. But also because it was a year ago that we began the Great Baking Bash. This was when we first started our show. And you have been here through the whole ride. Thank you so much for being here. In honor of this, I found a few things hanging out in the back of my closet that I missed dearly. And I thought we could all enjoy them together.
Normal. But instead of baking them from scratch with love, as I typically will, I'm going to be using these stupid break and bake things from Nestle Toll House because I have a tiny, where is it? Because I have a toaster oven because I live in a tiny studio apartment because everything is normal.
She's not letting the
Now while
challenges
we wait
get
for
her
our
down.
toaster oven to preheat, let's enjoy a nice beverage to reward ourselves for a long day and a long week. I'm treating myself some Andre because it was the cheapest one that they had at the store.
Look,
I can't find my scissors, so I'm going to use an oyster shucker to open these cookies because everything is normal.
Oyster shucker.
The cookies go into the toaster oven, and now we wait for 11 to 12 minutes.
I'm really fascinated that she didn't have scissors but had an oyster shucker available. That's
I'm
pure
also
class.
I'm appreciating the Broadway level performance. It's a secret to baking that if you perform, it turns out better.
Let's try
She
one
let
out,
them
shall we?
cool.
How are they? That face says the cookies are good in spite of it all.
What?
What? What? What?
Oh, oh,
Oh my goodness.
Benton's
they're putting the pie back.
Am I watching a film by Darren Aronofsky?
Unbake your pie, that's madness.
Oh, wow. This is truly art in more ways than one.
Speedily uncork the edges.
Oh, oh. Yes, put your hands all over the pie. That is the important part.
Best thing about quarantine is everything you touch, you're eating.
Yes. You wanted to steal some of my food?
So what is the fondant made of? Is it more sugar and water? Is there a butter situation?
No, it is just marshmallows and powdered sugar.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's delicious.
Yes, and then food coloring, of course, because we have to be realistic.
And pumpkin spice.
And pumpkin spice. Okay, well, we can at least get a little cheek maybe here.
I have to say, if I were there, I would eat that off your face. It sounds delicious.
Mhm.
I would love that. You can come over. No,
Later.
our orange ears.
No.
Oh!
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Oh, it's eating its own
actually-
whiskers!
My name is Charles. Well, that's what some people call me. Ha ha! Finger puppet Charles Dickens. I've entered the
Very dirty.
IB challenge, and I am going to win, Julie the Car. You will try to keep me from winning because of your deep-seated hatred / deep-seated sexual attraction to me. But I promise you, I will win with my baking skills. There's something on the pan. Quick, turn this off. We're making pancakes from a sourdough thing. Everything's fine. The first thing I did was make a sourdough starter. How did I do that? I did it in,
Yes, how did you
I
do
did it
it?
over here, in this thing. I did it. No one else did it. I did it. Don't believe anyone who tells you they did it, because I did it. It's in this bowl. It's a sourdough that's starting. It's very exciting. Then, come over here. Come on. Made the pancake batter. There it is right there. And I'm adding chocolate chips. Yeah, baby. Over here. Oh, there's chocolate chips on those pancakes. You can feel that melting in your mouth, can't you, Julie the Car? Yes, you're jealous of my work. I know you are. Look at it. So delicious. Look at those chocolate chips sitting on the top like, help me, I'm dying. I'm melting into the pancake.
Oh!
Yes. Look at those fluffy flapjacks. I swore a lot. I'm sorry. I shouldn't swear. I apologize. I've been drinking since 4 a.m. because time doesn't matter anymore. I'm fine. There's lots of sugar in there, and it's delicious. And if you look carefully, you can see my initials. F. There's a C. That's a P. And a D for Dickens. Let me try these real quick. Delicious. Enjoy your pancakes as I enjoy mine. Get the camera off me.
Being here.
Sam,
Yes.
how do you make this thing? Elizabeth,
Well,
is
that's
this on?
already unexpected.
Is it working?
It's on.
How do you?
On.
Okay,
I
okay.
know it's on.
We should probably have a not safe for work warning at the start of this. I'm making a wild
I'm
guess
making
here.
a cake. You need to preheat the oven to 350.
Tell
Degree.
them your name.
Why do they need to know my name for?
People want that.
They don't need to know my name. You're gonna... What kind of cake is this? It's a gluten fake. It's a fake gluten cake. It's a gluten
I do
free.
like that she's
gluten-free. It's a
coordinated her
gluten-free
nails
cake.
with her
Why-
90.
What is gluten? Why do people hate it so much? I don't understand. All right, well, you're gonna
Well, I
get
think the problem
2.5 cups of
The gluten hates them, sadly.
whatever flour you want. Fucking nonsense. None of this would have happened during the Nixon administration.
What? Indoors.
What do you mean I can't smoke in here?
Get it, Nana?
I don't know that those
So,
glasses
and
are
then-
great
Oh, and I've
prescription.
gone ahead and boiled this water with a half cup of sugar for 3 minutes. You're gonna want to mix a half cup of sugar with a third of a cup of dairy. How do they? Dairy-free butter. What the hell do they make dairy-free butter out of? What are they making that out of?
Dairy-free butter out of. Maybe our viewers can write some suggestions in the Twitch. What is dairy-free butter made of? What do we think? Wrong answers.
That doesn't look.
Who's stripped. They're not. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. This one might be Spider-Man.
You had a baby in a suit while sitting down as Spider-Man.
This is a lot of layers.
Another Passover leftover classic. Matzah pizza. The first step is to be bitten by a radioactive spider.
Ow,
The second step is to hone your Spidey skills. The third step is to prepare your ingredients. Just because you're Spider-Man doesn't mean that you don't have to worry about getting your suit dirty. So make sure to get something to put all of the ingredients on, like a plate. And be sure to smell it.
Whoop.
Another Bacardi. Hey, vodka. Random tequila. Oh, more Bacardi. It's okay because it's in a smaller glass.
Birthday, but
Yeah, for good taste.
how many birthdays can we have? Oh, look at the stir. Oh, it's the color of...
All right. We're currently at this many layers. I think that's enough, don't you?
Yes, please.
What am I thinking? I forgot the garnish. Maraschino cherries. These are the cheap ones. Luxardo maraschino cherries. These are the expensive ones.
Oh, no.
There's one more thing I think I could add. Healthy mayonnaise. Just kidding. I'm not a monster.
Oh.
Cheers.
Well, that was quite a trip down memory lane. Oh, Loaf the Wonder Bread believes that, yes, I believe that you believe it would make the perfect layer. Some of us disagree, but that's what makes the baking show so special, is that we all have different interpretations of what our favorite bakes are. Well, friends, I'm afraid I still haven't found Julie. Oh, my heart. Oh, my heart. But you know, I have found a few other things that I would like to share with you. The first one is that, of course, we always highlight a charity that we have found out about that we want to share with you and tell you about. And this time we are highlighting City of Refuge, which is a charity out of Atlanta. And they do many things. They provide housing, job training, youth services, but they also run the 180-degree kitchen, which prepares and serves 3 hot and healthy meals per day, every day for residents, employees, and guests. You can see those are their numbers from 2020. Not too shabby. 257,400 meals served. It's a number so large I almost didn't get through it. They are fantastic. They are doing wonderful, wonderful work. And in a second, we'll put up the ticker for their. That's where you can find them online. So if you want to learn more about them, check them out. I'll leave that up for a moment. As you know, Atlanta, Georgia, a fantastic place. And there are many things going on in Georgia. And if you are looking for how you can become involved in bringing greater equity, City of Refuge is located in a neighborhood that has been devastated by poverty, and you can really do some good there. So they are doing wonderful things. We love what they're doing, and take a moment and just look them up. They're really wonderful. If you have a charity that you think we should feature on our show, particularly one that might have to do with food, but not always. Listen, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, I would say 2 degrees of food. I mean, food to Kevin Bacon is already 1 degree because Kevin Bacon, bacon to bacon. So send us any charity you think is worth highlighting and we will highlight it. I'm doing fantastic, making all sorts of connections. Hire me for, I don't even know what that would be. I was going to say pub trivia, but I don't think you can just make things up on pub trivia, can you? Tell me in the chat. Can you make things up? Will it work? Does it work? Have you done it? I'm not sure. Well, since we're still missing Julie, I think we should meet a few new friends. That's right. We have some spectacular bakers who are joining us today, and we're going to meet them right now.
Is that your brother? And I say, no, that's my son. We're here to show you how to make the best babka you can bake.
Now you're gonna need some yeast for your babkas, because babkas gotta rise, but yeast can't do it all by itself. So what do you got? Bam, a little sugar. Let's take a look. What a yeasty boy! This is Bobby unwrapping the butter. Now you gotta unwrap the butter. Last time Bobby didn't unwrap the butter, so buddy, what are you gonna do? Unwrap the butter. Let's take a moment to talk flour. Bob, you're in the shot. Let's take a moment to talk flour. Now, if you're going to use flour, and I recommend you do with babka, otherwise you're not going to have babka. I don't know what you can have, but it's not going to be babka. You only use Eckers. Only using Eckers. Okay? And guess what? That little boy in the bag? Guess who that is? You know. You know who that is. That's right. That's my Bobby. Is there a wrapper on that butter, Bobby? Okay. You got a little bit of a bump in the mixer. Bobby, what you got there? Bobby, what you... Bobby's warming the eggs. Good boy. Do you miss your eggs, Bob? Yeah, I know.
Now you gotta let your dough rest is the problem. How long do I rest it for, okay? Well, it doesn't need its full 8 hours, I can say. They say 1 to 2 hours, right? 1 to 2 hours. 1 hour, 12 minutes, 32 seconds. You're making a savory babka? Add 30 seconds to that. Thank me later.
All right, so we got our dough kneading, and that's going to take a little while. So while we do that, we're going to pause
and do some Babka Brothers talk. Babka Brothers talk back, where we take your questions about Babka and we give you the best of our answers, right, Bobby? That's right. So our first question comes from, it's coming from Cheyenne in Appleton, Wisconsin. And she says, hello, Babka Brothers. Hello, Cheyenne. I see that you have a long history with Babka. Can you talk to me about Bobby's first Babka? Oh, I absolutely can. I absolutely can. So your first Babka, you never forget your first Babka, right? Oh, that thing is so scrappy. That dough is so scrappy. Bobby's, the nuts are falling all over the place. Falling out all over the place. And just the rotation was totally off. The rotation was totally off. We had to fix it. All right, second question. Second question comes from Rod in Topeka, Kansas. Topeka! We love Topeka! We love Topeka! Love Topeka. So, Rod's saying, my babka dough, they say it should be glossy. How glossy should it be? Well, Rod, this is the question. Everyone underestimates it. Everyone underestimates how glossy your dough should be, okay? Because they think glossy maybe a little shine, right? No, you want full-on mirror. You want full-on mirror. I should be able to hold it up to Bobby, and Bobby should be able to shave his face with it. Why are you punching through a mirror, Bobby? This fucking kid. Great. Our next question. Next question comes from Adrian from Santa Barbara, California. California. Oh, California. Oh, we're just kidding, Adrian. We love you. So Adrian asks, hey, want to know what's going to become of the Babka brothers when you retire? Billy, what's your plan? Well, I'll be honest. I'm never going to retire. Gotcha. Of course, I'll be making babkas somewhere. I can't stop making babkas. But my son Bobby's going to take over the business, you know.
Bobby Babka called me. I like documentaries. I like watching baseball sometimes. I like messing with cars a little bit.
Bobby, the meeting's done. Get over here.
I'm sorry.
Boom, babkas. That's all for this week. We made 3 beautiful babkas, but tune in next week where we will make 3 more babkas. That's all from us. We'll see you next time. From Billy and Bobby, the Babka Brothers.
I was muted, friends, but you know what? What I was saying, it can't be more important than the beauty that is a good babka. Yes, so I bought this one from the Babka Brothers, but you can make your own at home. They're busy. They're very busy people. If you have questions for the Babka Brothers, send them on the wind. Call to your side a pigeon and they will bring it. They'll know where to send it. Oh, delicious. All right. Well, I must say, I am deeply missing my friend, but I'm having a little bit of fun, aren't you? In the chat, you're all wonderful, and I love you. I'm going to say it. I love you. Wonderful. Let's check in with someone else who I love dearly, who is our dear friend, Cat and Loaf. Hello, Cat and Loaf.
Hello, Gwen. It's hard for me not to say hello, Gwen and Julie, but I'm so very happy to be here in the tent this month.
Me too. I'm sorry, Kat. I've gotten chocolate babka on my laptop tracking pad, and it's making it difficult. But I am committed to being present with you in spite of it all.
Well, if speaking of throwback clips, I think viewers can remember the time when mayonnaise fell onto my laptop trackpad. So Loaf and I have a few tips on how to clean very oily substances from laptop keyboards and trackpads. I'll send them to you later.
I will take you up on that. Fantastic. Welcome. Oh, my goodness. I inhaled the babka. I inhaled the babka. The babka is in my lungs. That's not where babka is meant to be. Let's continue on, and we've got our very special Loaf Loves April Showers.
Yes, so it's the month of April, and I think we all know exactly what April showers bring.
Absolutely. I think we do.
Yes, Mayo flowers.
Say that again.
Mayo flowers. April showers bring Mayo flowers. Everyone knows that saying.
I must be hearing you incorrectly. Mayo
Yes.
flowers?
Yes, I guess to be more clear, April showers bring mayonnaise flowers.
That's very clear.
Yes, and it has been, that's all I've ever known April showers to bring, are mayonnaise flowers. And I'm really excited for Loaf and I to share a few appetizers that are mayo flowers for you for the month of April.
I'm speechless, so I suppose we'll just get to it.
Yes, and today we have some very fun Zooming, because I want to make some of them for you in front of you all. So the first one that I'd like to make, I'm going to just start with it. I don't have an example to show because I accidentally melted it. But if anyone has ever seen when they make gelatin art, where they take gelatin and they like poke in it and like put other things in it to like make a design, and then they flip it over and show the design. That's what I'm going to try to do for you all today. So let's see if I can, ooh, that's where I should be. Yep. So I have my Jell-O cup, and then this is actually for paint. There's a fine point on the end. And speaking of cleaning things, I'm really looking forward to cleaning the mayonnaise out of this later. So there's a nice fine needle point here. And what I'm going to do is try to make a flower design in it. So we're just gonna, the angle is definitely gonna work here. We're nailing it today, Gwen.
We're nailing it indeed. Wait, so there's mayo in the syringe as well as Jell-O?
Yes, so the syringe is just mayonnaise to provide that opaque contrast color to the slightly translucent red Jell-O. And I chose red in honor of sort of a rose. Actually, all of my flowers today are red themed. So I guess we're just going for red this month as well.
It's a little.
You can't see that.
It's a little war of the roses. You know, you have the white mayonnaise and the red Jell-O.
But of course, the mayonnaise itself is never at war with anyone.
I think maybe mayonnaise is the pacifist, but I think plenty of people are at war with the mayonnaise. I guess war doesn't have to be mutual.
I guess that's one perspective to look at. Is the babka still in there, Gwen?
Yes, I've got the babka lung. I've got the babka lung. That's where I'm at. I'm excited to see these flowers. I've been planting my garden. Does anyone else in the chat garden? I've hit the age where I'm doing all sorts of things I thought I would never do, and they are very exciting.
So I'm going to call this flower done, partially just in the interest of time. And this is where the melting parts came in when I was doing the test. So this is warm water, because I'm going to try to release the gelatin from the little cup. And last time I left it in for too long, and it was very hot water, and so it all just melted. And melted Jell-O and mayonnaise doesn't quite taste good.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's mostly just the consistency, to be honest with you, is the mayonnaise doesn't incorporate with the Jell-O. The tastes themselves are not bad, as you'll see when I eat this, but...
Is it though? Is it just the consistency? Oh God, the babka lung.
So now in the moment of truth, yep, the Jell-O is melting. So we're going to do a flip.
You know,
I can't tell if you're laughing because of you're choking or because it just flops all over.
honestly, it's a little bit of both. I was going to say, honest, I didn't understand your concept until just now, and I'm going to see if we can we zoom in on this? Yes, let's.
Yes.
I want to see this.
And it looks a little bloody here, so let's see if I can zoom. Thank you. We're doing really great with technical things today. I love it. Let's see if I can, that's the focus.
Bloody, bloody Mayo Jackson, as they say.
So, ooh, I have another light. Let's see if you can see the translucent. There's mayonnaise in there.
Oh my God, it looks like an alien. Cat, listen, I hate to insult your artistic premise, and you've done a fantastic job, but it does look like it will burst out of the jello and subsequently become parasitic within each human.
You know, I'm going to cut it in half to show you that there is truly mayonnaise in there just before I take a bite. So we're going to look inside what is probably more brain than flour. Looking, but look, there's mayonnaise in there.
It is. Oh, the Dave Thomas says it looks like a melted fire truck siren, and I think that's incredibly accurate, shockingly accurate. There is mayonnaise in there. Now, I'm into this. I do think that with practice and designs and maybe something other than mayo for someone else, but for you, mayo, that this could be an interesting art technique.
There's actually quite a lot of videos online of people doing this and making flowers with different colors of things. I only just had one of these tools, so I just stuck with mayonnaise, of course, but I will eat part of the mayonnaise flour, aka melted fire truck siren. Oh no!
Oh my God! You know what? It didn't want it. It didn't want to be eaten.
No, we're doing it. Look, there's a little bit left.
Oh.
All right.
It said, "Please don't put yourself through this."
Well, we can maybe move on from that one and go to a different, the next appetizer that I wanted to share. This one should be a little simpler to make. And it is,
let's
it's an apple flower.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's good.
Thank you. For this, it's quite simple. Sorry, I'll show you. I sliced up some apples with a mandolin slicer and put a little bit of lemon on them to help keep them from browning before eating them. However, I do want to mention, when you microwave apples, they get floppy, and that's the point, is you need them to be flexible enough so that you can form them into the rosette shape. However, when they become floppy like that, it means that you need a good sturdy base to stick them in. So that's where the mayonnaise comes into play.
Would we call mayo sturdy?
It is certainly sturdy enough to provide that base support layer for the rosette.
You know, I bet that's what Mayo puts on its dating profile. Mayo, sturdy enough.
I would believe that. And so you can see it's very easy for me just to basically squish the slices of apple in a nice decorative round position here. And we'll just keep going around. Oops, got some on my fingers. The mayonnaise, that is. And what is nice about it is it does allow me to add a little bit of that width because I don't have to have it try to stand up for itself. I can let it nestle in and just display, see, like rest on the mayonnaise base. So we'll add one more here. And then I did make some leaves out of green Jell-O for little bits of a garnish. And actually for this one, I do have some sliced almonds.
Oh, lovely.
That I want to add as well, sort of reminiscent of fall leaves. Because it's not fall, because it's April, but apples make me think of fall. So we're just going to mix up our metaphors, because what is time? As Jess said, everything is normal.
Everything is still very normal. Still so very normal. That is gorgeous, Kat. And you know what I love is that the mayo is present, and yet it is also hidden. It is surreptitious mayo.
It's subtle, tantalizing. Subtle.
Oh, we were on the same page for like 1 second, but it was a tangent. It was just a whoop.
For one word, and then back.
And then back. Lovely.
So, to eat this delicious appetizer, I was going to use the spatula, but I think I'm just going to continue to get my hands dirty and just use the apple and as a scoop for the mayonnaise base. And oh, this is interesting. You can see both ways that I'm eating it here. Get a nice scoop.
You know, something occurs to me. One were to wish to adapt this, one could use a creme patissier. If one wanted maybe to save the mayo for only the specialist of occasions. But you know what? I might be in the wrong here, because other Dave Thomas says, weirdly enough, I'm not super against apple with mayo. All right, chat, what do we think? Am I incorrect? Is this the instance in which mayo is the dessert of condiment of choice? Let me know.
Thank you, other Dave Thomas. I hope to see tag 2MB Studios if you do end up making this this appetizer for yourself. One last leaf before our last one. Now this one is the most colorful of them all, and also the most dangerous. It is.
Frightened.
I tried for a dramatic reveal, and it definitely worked.
It's definitely you're nailing it. You're nailing it.
Ta-da! This is a strawberry rose with some extra color and sprinkle to it.
Oh, pretty.
So for this, I'm going to wipe my hands, get my plate ready. For this, because I need to cut the rose, I actually have a cut resistance glove that I'm going to be using, because safety is important and no one wants to have to go to the urgent care in a pandemic.
Yes, well, you know, I think we have learned a lesson after the Mayo Fire incident.
Yes, very true. And actually, you reminded me, I'm going to put Lopez some safety goggles to put on. So here, I'll show everyone safety goggles for Loaf.
Safety goggles. Flowers for Algernon, safety goggles for Loaf.
Safety goggles for Loaf. So to make these, you simply just, do a slice, and then you want to cut away a slight layer there. So you see I've made like a V shape here. What's nice is you can just snack on those pieces.
Oh, delicious. I love a good strawberry, Nothing is better than a strawberry that is truly in season. Oh my goodness, we've lost your webcam.
No.
Travesty.
My battery has died.
Oh, well, you know what? We're going to have to see it at an angle.
Yes, we'll just pivot here, because you've seen the most important part, and that's that first technique of just cutting out the bit of the V. Because if you remember seeing in the actual piece, how, just like one might put white chocolate in strawberries, I like putting mayonnaise in that space in between to just provide that nice color, that contrast of color, so it's not just all red. You have that white or yellow in this case. And that's also why I have the sprinkles, to add more color.
You know what? I didn't realize that in my mind, I was imagining mayo to be more white than yellow as a form of self-preservation. Because the moment you said it was yellow, things were so much worse. Things were so much worse. It's true. You're not wrong.
It is slightly tinged yellow.
In denial.
So I've cut away, you can sort of see from that angle there, I've cut away the pieces, but you now will truly be able to see the contrast as I layer in the mayonnaise in between the rosettes of the rose made out of a strawberry.
Yes, a good strawberry, one that is like in season, is it's almost like a perfume you can eat.
Strawberry is actually my favorite scent.
Really?
I like how the sweet strawberry is the Yankee Candle scent of my choice.
Yes, well, then your strawberry truly is your perfume, then. I assume your Yankee Candle perfume. That's what you meant. Not a candle, but Yankee Candle. Do they make body spray? Who's that for?
They do make sprays for like the room.
Room, yes. The room.
Yeah,
well,
I have seen those.
But a body spray for your bedroom or living room. The questions are at times. Truly. Let's see what this looks like. Oh my God.
That filled up that strawberry and pouring the nonpareils as I did was a mistake, but that is what it now looks like. Extra colorful and sprinkly with a jello leaf garnish. We have the finished product.
You know, again, I think this one could be the most tasty one yet if you were to substitute, say, a whipped cream or like a Cool Whip mixed with marshmallow fluff or cream cheese.
I'm always supportive of variations upon my recipes as long as people, customize it as much as to their taste desires.
Oh, you're wonderful, Kat. Dave Thomas says, that looks like a Candyland house.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, it does. And Grimster, please, if you can get Yankee Candle as the new unofficial sponsor, we're still waiting on you, KitchenAid. And Hellmans, what are you doing? Hellmans, what are you doing? You are missing your chance, Hellmans. This, I can't stress it enough. What a true big mistake, huge. In the words of Julia Roberts, big mistake, huge. Big mistake. Fantastic. Kat, these flowers all looked beautiful. And you know what? Some I might even eat. So we're thrilled to have you. April showers do indeed bring mayo flowers.
Mayo flowers for one and for all. And I can't wait to see you next month for Mayo Month. The month of Mayo.
I'm not joking. I truly didn't see this coming. I should have. I purely understand that I should have seen this coming. This should have been on my mind for months, but it did not occur to me until you said it. Well, here we are. We'll see you next month, Kat.
See you next month. Thank you, Gwen. Goodbye, everyone.
Mayo Month. I mean, of course, right? Like, of course. But just didn't even cross my mind. Some sort of psychic block. I don't know. I'll meditate on it. Perhaps do some journaling. Fantastic, friends. Well, I have had such fun with you today. And before we go, we love to talk about what we're watching, who we're following, and what we're reading. So that's what we're going to do right now. And I have some things for you that I think you should check out. They're fun. They're fun. Why not have a little fun as the weather's getting better? We still have a couple rainy days. And if on a rainy day you are scrolling Instagram, I highly suggest that you follow this particular baker. Let's see, where is their handle? Let me find it in a second. Boop, boop, boop. It's going to take me a moment, friends. I apologize. As you see, I'm I'm all alone today, not in the world, just today. But we're going to follow this person. They are JB Bakes Cookies. JB Bakes Cookies. And they are fantastic, lovely. I don't know what I'm doing. Their bio says that they are struggling to understand and overcome royal icing. But friends, look at these cookies. There's this one, which is painted on top of royal icing. Look at this one. Do it. Look at it. Look at that. I mean, a city of cookies. If this person, dear JB, if you're saying you're struggling with royal icing, I don't know what the rest of us are doing. And then even this, they've got talent beyond royal icing. I assume this is buttercream. Whatever it is, it's beautiful. I want to put it in a museum and in my mouth simultaneously. Look at that. Look at that. They are in Boston. They are local. They are small. They are fantastic. And so if you want to just see beautiful things, check out at JB Bakes on Instagram. And if I find that ticker, I will put it up. There it is. We found it. There it is, friends. Check them out. That's who I'm following. And I recommend you follow them too. I really like to keep my Instagram curated. And mostly it's people who make delicious looking things. It's people who work for social justice on all different kinds. Ooh, the Babka has moved from my lungs into my brain, and now I have Babka brain. It's people who work for all sorts of different social justice movements who I can learn from. And it's things that make me feel good, things that make me feel positive. And one of those things is JB Bakes Cookies on Instagram. That's who we're following. Then who we're watching, you'll have to bear with me. Some of you may already be on the Selena board, on board with Selena, but some of you may think, Selena Gomez? Really? And I say to you, really? And what we're watching is on HBO Max, and it is Selena and Chef. Selena and Chef. And here's what I like about it, friends. What I like about it is a show where Selena at home during the quarantine is learning to cook from famous chefs who are far away. So first of all, you get to see them sort of struggle it out in the way that we all are, socially distancing. It makes you feel good in that way. But here's the other thing. She's not a great chef. She's not very good. And mostly, I've only watched a few episodes, but so far she's learning very basic dishes from very famous people. So she just learned from a very famous French chef how to make an omelet. And I thought, you know what? That's the thing I might actually learn from. So check it out, Selena and Chef. She's very charming. She seems pretty approachable, and she definitely shares my level of cooking, where it's pretty low. So that's what I like about it, and I highly recommend it as an easy to kind of have on in the background or binge or even cook along. You can cook along with it, which is great. That's very fun. So that's what we're watching, and you know, normally at this time, I would have what we're reading, but Julie normally does that, and well, it's not that I don't read books, but Julie is the bookstore gal, and oh, hold on, oh, what's this? Oh, hold on 1 second. It's a. Why? Nope. There we are. What we're reading and baking. Snacking cakes. We're baking snacking cakes. And it's from this book, which I will put up in a second at the end of this. Oh, let's see how these look. So this is where Julie is. Julie's been baking. Oh, my goodness. Well, how could we deny her baking, especially baking delicious snack cakes? We do love a good snack cake here. Oop, in the oven they go. Out they come. Oh my goodness. Delicious. Let's take one more look at the name. Yes, Yossi Arefi. Awesome. Yossi Arefi. So check out Yossi Arefi's book. Yossi Arefi, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name, but that is what Julie recommends we read. And of course, we always trust Julie's taste in books. Julie has the best taste in books. Fantastic. Well, this has been another great baking bash. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to the Babka brothers, to Kat, to all of our friends, to Lauren, to all of our past friends, and to all of you in the chat. We will see you next month for, I guess, Mayo month? The month of Mayo?